Check 1, 2, 3.
What's up? You know what we talking? We ain't playing over here at LFG.
Haters gonna say, we from LFG, boy. We take you to the moon.
Hello folks, how we doing today? Welcome to yet another episode of LFG Game On. And today's a special one because we do have a super duper special guest. And let me just hit the fancy transition. There it is. Smiling, how you doing? How you feeling?
Hello, I'm doing good. Pleasure to be here.
Super happy to have you on. And today we're taking a crack at Warframe. I know you said you've played this a little while ago.
Little while being 6 years ago, but yeah, let's see how many updates there are.
Way too many, I would say.
I'm checking all the missions and everything, and there's so many like new things I have not seen in a long time.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I think we did everything except get into a party.
Oh yes, let me see if I can add you real quick. Invite.
Smiling monster. Okay, there you are. And I'm getting a ping from Paul that my mic is a little low. Just give me a moment. One, two, 1, 2. There's an easier solution to all of this. I'll just move the mic up. Why make things more complicated than they should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so when was the last time you actually played this?
Going by my recently played 2019.
Right now is a good time to pick it up again, I'd say. I'm just gonna launch us onto some mindless grind, like a survival mission or something, and we can have a.
I love survival.
Survival or defense is where it's at.
Used to play survival all the time, trying to get to like the 1 hour mark, seeing how far I could get. With Ember, you just have to press 4.
There is something very soothing about the game in terms of just being able to boot it in and zone out.
Mm-hmm. I think the new Warframe when I was playing begins with S. The one that used to infect like all the enemies. And you
can... Siren.
Yes, Siren Prime is the last Warframe I remember before I stopped playing.
I used to play this quite a bit, and I still don't entirely understand what Siren does. Something cool though, I bet.
Oh, you basically plant spores on the enemies, and if you kill the enemy, they explode and infect other enemies. But if you combo the skill in a certain way with her ultimate, you just have infinite spores, and you just keep spamming 1 and 2, and it kills everything in a radius.
Okay, I see.
I was looking for the next Ember.
For the next Ember. Do you have oh my god, I wish I remembered all of their names. Okay, well I'll figure that one out later. So how have you been, man? I've seen your last stream, watched a little bit of Miranda's.
Yes, I was testing out the build. But it's similar to the August build. They've just done some minor like maintenance server fixes, which isn't bad. I'm still waiting for the December update, which should be good.
I'm here for it for sure.
Oh, gotta be careful now. It started.
Oh, you can now just hold down the melee button and and the frame just swings the weapon, so you need to spam it.
Oh, nice.
I remember binding the melee attack to the scroll wheel.
Yeah, and then just scrolling from there.
Yep. So what do you typically play?
Mainly RPGs, MMOs, roguelite. I play Superior on a daily basis. I love Superior. I'm waiting for a good update for that game.
Ooh.
I think it has the potential to be semi-Warframe level popular.
I'm here for it. I'm also a huge fan of roguelites.
Yes. There's what is it? Wanderers had a tournament a couple of days ago. That's a really good roguelite game. Don't know if you checked it out.
Wanderers. I'll have to take a look. I think the most recent one I've played is Balatro.
Yeah. Wanderers is another Web3 game.
Ooh, okay.
They did new Web2 ones recently. There are quite a few that look good. But we're trying to be good and not buying any more games this year.
Listen, the year's almost over. Yeah, just hold on.
I don't want the missus to see the account statements. Why is there 200 missing from the account?
Don't worry about it. So a pro tip: there is a platform where you can exchange crypto for gift cards, for Steam gift cards included.
Google Play gift card for Champions Arena.
Yeah.
You go down to what's this £40 transaction? No reason, nothing. Go on.
Listen. Look at how far I am into the leaderboard. Oh, Champions Arena is good, and oh shoot.
It's a good side game. I like just having it on in the background.
Oh, I feel that.
Recently started playing RuneScape again as well. I'm addicted. You never take breaks. I mean, you never quit. You just take long breaks.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I should have said that to private. Oh well. We got a friend, or a random. Just pressure them into leaving.
Play really badly.
Oh man, I'm so glad you are a fan of roguelikes, because I personally feel like roguelikes are sort of the best genre right now. And it seems like that's what the games realistically should be, because they allow for so much replayability, right?
Yep. And then if you combine a little bit of like survival and looter shooter type aspects, it turns into a nice complete game.
So what are your favorite roguelites?
That's a good one. I would have to say, well, I played Hades. Hades was pretty good. I need to get back into that more. But I mainly play RPGs. I like Superior. Warframe's good. Warframe is my main shooting game. I don't really play a lot of shooting games, but if I do, it's Warframe. I'm not too big on like PUBG and like Apex, Fortnite. It has to have like some type of RPG element or like some type of grinding element I can enjoy.
Oh, I feel that. My biggest bone.
Yes.
I feel that, and I was gonna say my biggest bone to pick with the Battle Royale games is that when they drop onto the map, I need to pick up everything, because I'm like a loot goblin hoarder. And then I do that for like 20 minutes, and then I get shot from halfway across the map. And it's back to square one.
You see quite a lot of people playing off the grid recently. Compared to their skill level, with my reaction time, it's like a no. Like, I can't do what they're doing. They're like putting like 15 actions a second, and I'm here like clicking to pick up an item.
It's you ever seen the pro StarCraft players? Their RTS or
Faker. There was, I didn't know, but League of Legends Finals was in the UK, and I only found out a week before it actually went live. but I saw a video clip on X or Twitter of Faker playing the game, and it's basically like he's got two screens permanently online because he's checking his point of view and then his jungle's point of view.
Oh yeah.
I was like, how are you playing like this? I was like, the Faker, like the god in action. I was like, yeah, no wonder he's a god.
Yeah, there is a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
his
play a
map
lot of
awareness is something else. I'm sort of in the same boat. I used to play a lot of League, but I never watched LCS, but I was always keeping an eye on the international for Dota.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very interesting to see how everything had evolved, where everything started and where it got to, where we are right now. For example, did you know that okay, do you know what the prize pool for the first international is? Or was?
For me?
For Dota.
Oh no, I think it was what, 6 million?
It was just 1 million, but hear me out. So, the international, the first one, was the very first esports tournament for Dota organized by Valve, the developer for Dota 2. And everyone online was speculating about the prize pool, and the highest number that people came up with was like $40,000. And then Valve is like, alright, fuck this noise. It's gonna be $1 million, and the internet just exploded.
Yes, Dota. I keep thinking Dota 2 because that's the only Dota I've played. But if you talk about Dota, which is like what, 15 years ago, yeah, I would have no idea.
Oh yeah, it's for Dota 2 because the original Dota, the history is a little complicated because it used to be a game mode for Warcraft 3, and then there was a nasty lawsuit from Blizzard. Yeah, so they pivoted right in time. I don't know if this is interesting at all to you, but I could run my mouth about this for like an hour.
Nah, go for it. Because I remember when I started uni, Dota and League were becoming a thing. Like I played the League beta when I started uni, and that didn't help my first year of uni. But I played a lot of League. Like a lot of League.
Oh man, I get that. Me too.
And then at that time I didn't have a desktop, I didn't have a PC, I was a laptop gamer. So I brought the laptop over to my friend's flat who bought like a room chair. And then he was like, yo, like I can give you a mouse and keyboard. Are you sure you're okay playing on the laptop? And I was like, yeah man, I do this all the time. And he looked genuinely confused. He's like, excuse me, how are you gaming on a laptop? I was like, don't worry. It's like, you better not like feed. I was like, I'll carry you, bro. And I was playing Jungle Shackle at the time. And then I managed to go like 7-1-10. And he was like, how is this possible? Like, how are you playing on a laptop? I've never seen somebody play on a laptop be this good. And I was like, this is the only thing I have. I have to be good at a laptop game. And then the year after I got PC and I was like, oh my god, this is so much better.
Oh yeah, dude. Just the textile
laptop.
buttons.
It's in the corner. It's a trophy.
Oh, I should have kept my old laptop.
I think I've got most of my old laptops. I gave the first one away to my cousins in India because it did them more good than me. But then the one that was like the gaming laptop, I kept that because that's memories for me.
Oh, I should have kept mine. But yeah, most of my old hardware, I either resold or sent it to the old country. Funniest shit ever, man. I don't remember what year it was, but Bitcoin was at $60. And one day it was like 3 in the morning or something. I wasn't going to bed because I was a degenerate. And because I had nothing better to do, I decided I'm gonna figure out how to mine Bitcoin. So I sat through like 2 hours of videos and like got it working. And I got to like 2.6 Bitcoin, and then my laptop crashed and I went to sleep and I fucking forgot about it. Fast forward a month or so, I completely forgot that I had Bitcoin on there. And I just wiped the laptop and sent it to like to my nephew in another country, and then fast forward to like 2020.
Where it goes up to 17k.
Yeah.
I've got not a similar story, but back at uni, this is where my thing happened. I discovered Bitcoin because my friends were talking about it. I was like, oh, there's a thing called Bitcoin, and we were on our way to get food, and it was like, oh, just put $20 in Bitcoin, man. You never know, it's gonna be like the best thing ever. And then I was like, I could put $20 in Bitcoin, or I could go get this kebab. And I went to go get the kebab. So that was my expensive kebab story. Like if I bought Bitcoin with that $20 of kebab, I'd be set.
Oh
But
my
I
god.
remember that story for the rest of my life.
Oh man. I feel you. The amount of regret for the 2.6 Bitcoin I have. Oh, I wonder what's that dude doing? The guy who bought pizza with like a metric fuck ton of
Oh,
Bitcoin.
10,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Mashed pizza, Bitcoin day.
I hope he's doing alright. He
I
paved
think
the
he
way
should
for
be
sure.
happy. It's at the back of his head. It's always going to be at the back of his head. But he used it for what it was intended at the time. Nobody
Honestly.
thought it'd go this crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, more power to him. Just trailblazing, pioneering.
Yep.
Oh. Well, still better than that guy who threw away hard drive, but like how much
He's in
Bitcoin
the
on it?
UK, and I'm pretty sure I know which landfill it is, but they're just not letting him say yes to go dumpster diving. And it's been, what, like 6 years? So he's going to have a hard time finding it now. I think he's suing the council.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder. So I have no idea how laws work in UK, but in the United States, the moment your trash hits the curb, it's no longer your property.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I also have no idea how it works in the UK. So good luck to him. Maybe 5 to 10 years, we find out like the lawsuit has concluded. And things similar to America.
Yeah, so because of this guy and his Bitcoin drive, we had to change a bunch of laws.
Yep. It's like we got sued. Like Red Bull, you know, Red Bull has a saying like Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh, yeah.
But somebody sued Red Bull saying it no longer gives me wings. Like it didn't give me wings, so they got rid of the saying Red Bull gives you wings in the ads now.
Yeah. I wonder
Like,
how
I
much they got
wish I
paid
wanted
out.
to change our logo. It was a couple of million.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Like I drank Red Bull and it didn't give me wings. I'm suing you guys.
Yeah, I tried jumping off the roof, and apparently no wings. Oh. Oh, we should play
What level
Superior.
survival is this?
Not huge. I think it was 20 to 30.
Oh, good. A nice warm up. Because I was like, I'm glad I'm still killing things. But if you went to like level 40 or 50s, I'm just gonna sit there and be like, can't deal damage.
No, you should
So
be okay
like
for a while.
crazy ribbon mods and like all of the other stuff now.
Oh, like a sortie at level like 150.
Oh my god, yeah. You can try it as the last thing we do. See how fast we die.
Have you ever played Destiny? Or Destiny 2, I should
No.
say.
So when Destiny 2 came out on Steam, there was the new expansion, and I played that for a little bit because it was free. But I haven't really been big into Destiny. Because if I was playing Destiny, I might as well just go back to Warframe, is how I thought about it. Because I love Warframe and I've already got progress in it, and I like the modding system and how everything's set up where like you can grind in Warframe and then you can sell like the materials, mods, all of that for platinum, and then you can use that platinum to buy what you want. So I just kept coming back to Warframe.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you brought this up because I was looking for a way to segue into this. That
See? In the heck?
yeah, it's a synergy.
Yep.
But what I was trying to bring up is the fact that it's essentially a centralized ledger, and this is more or less what I want to see out of blockchain games.
Yes, this is exactly it. There's like so many games that if you just added the technology on the back end, it'd be like a perfect scenario. But I think Web3 right now is trying to reinvent the wheel or like fit things in where they don't need to, because it's still like new technology and like new ideas. But I'm pretty sure once somebody just figures out like the winning formula where you have it on the back end and you focus on gameplay, just like make Web2 games and then add the tech at the back, but still like focusing on like crypto and blockchain, like have tokenomics that use the token, but not in like a GameFi way, in an actual like gameplay way, if that makes sense.
Oh, totally,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And then I think it will pop off. Like I've started this thing on X where it's like I'm waiting for a good Web3 MMO that doesn't require me to buy like 2K NFTs or 2K lands, and I can just log in for free, play the game, grind some epic legendary swords, and then just trade that. I'm holding my breath. I think it might take 5 to 10 years.
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna take that long because I don't remember if it was Ubisoft or EA, because they secretly published a blockchain game. I want to say like a month ago.
Ah, I haven't heard of that. I might have to look into that. I know EA or Ubisoft did this NFT skin thing that backfired horrendously in like 2021, 2022, because it was like a cash grab.
Yeah.
And that's why traditional gamers are like, yeah, I don't want this in my game.
Yeah. So the game they published, and I can't think of the name, but I know the name is something a little generic. And it's a TCG, and to be honest, TCG is not exactly my bag, which is why I didn't try it. And it seems to be doing all right. There's a marketplace for the NFTs, and I think the prices range from anywhere like a few bucks to a few $100.
Okay.
So it seems super healthy from the outside perspective. So we might
It's
be
like Gods
closer.
Unchained. I think Gods Unchained did pretty well, and Parallel's been doing pretty well too for TCGs.
Yeah. Again, TCG's not my bag, but I really should have checked them out.
That's alright. Like when I first got into crypto gaming in like 2021, I think Gods Unchained was a game that I played. It was fairly good. It was like basically a Hearthstone, but with the ability to buy and sell your like cards and level them up and etc. And it was pretty fun, but it wasn't anything else unique, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
So it was good while it lasted, but then I tried to move on, and then I discovered Gala, and I was like, oh my god, Mirandus is going to be the game. So I'm still holding out hope for Mirandus's December update.
Yeah, man, me too. I feel like the world of MMOs had been stagnated for a while.
Yes. Well, the main thing is the gamers for MMOs are like our generation, like 30 plus.
Yeah.
The new generation is all about like quick and easy games, like 15-minute Fortnite games or Battle Royale games. They don't have time, they don't enjoy like grinding for 6 months to get this mastery level, to unlock this raid, like that type of progression. They need like instant dopamine from what I've seen. And like, I prefer like this type of gameplay where I can grind, slowly progress, level up, see the progression, and have fun along the way.
It's all the TikToks ruining the attention span of the younger generations, man.
Some say that. It's getting to me as well. Like before, I never used to go on like Instagram or YouTube Shorts, but now my wife, before going to sleep, she does like a 1 or 2 hour like scrolling binge, and I've started to copy her. I started doing the 1 or 2 hour scrolling binge, and then I realize what I'm doing, and I'm like, no, go to sleep.
Dude, it's so incredibly addictive. It's a little crazy.
That's why I told myself, smile and start doing shorts. You've seen how it works. You need to get in on this.
There is a tool that I've been looking at, but I haven't purchased it yet. I don't remember the name of it, man. I should really like write them down somewhere so I can actually talk about them. It's an AI video software editing tool, and the way it works is you upload the video, and you can edit the video based on the transcript of what you're saying in it.
Oh, interesting. See, I've seen quite a few of the ones that I was looking at where you put in the YouTube URL and then it basically uses AI to optimize a couple of shorts. So, for example, if we put in this live stream, you have like a certain amount of minutes you can upload. But if you buy the pricing, obviously it goes up to like 5 hours or like 10 hours, depending on how many credits you buy. So, for example, if this live stream's 2 hours, and then you have enough credits for a 2-hour video, it will take the whole video and then it will make as many shorts as it can from that video and then give you the optimized like tags, and it will give you information like this will perform well if you like talk about this or if you post it on this type of channel. So I was looking at that for like if I live stream and then use that afterwards to create shorts. That was a game plan.
I see.
I'll send that link to you on
Oh
Discord.
yeah, dude, for sure. For sure.
Quite a few just saved up. I'm like, the pricing right now for my channel is a bit expensive.
I keep seeing these content creators on YouTube with shorts, and there's this one guy, and he makes silly videos of Minecraft talking about like the weirdest concepts. And at one point I stumbled into his video, and it's like sort of joking, like a silly confession, and he essentially said, I'm burning out, I cannot be making these stupid shorts every day, and like for the rest of my life I need to do something else.
Yeah, but those shorts make so much
They make such a
views and
huge
money.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, C-Bunny, what's up? Warframe? Yeah, we playing Warframe. At what point do we get AI streamers? We already have AI streamers.
Yeah, dude.
If you go to, well, there's some VTubers that done it, but I recently saw it on an old school RuneScape streamer. He's called Tasty Life. He basically uploaded his own AI model with his face, and then he would talk to his own AI model live streaming, and then the chat could donate bits over on Twitch, and they could get it to do things. So they made the AI model sing, they made the AI model say jokes, they made it do all sorts of stuff, and then the real Tasty would say what he would say, and then the AI model would say it, and then sometimes it says the most horrendous stuff. So it was a good laugh.
Oh man, whatever happened to that to the AI model that went viral before ChatGPT? So they let it hang out on the internet and chat with people, and then it went incredibly like racist after a week or so of being exposed to the internet.
I heard about that. Yes, I heard about that.
Internet is just
Even
ways.
racism, even AI is not immune to racism.
Yeah, internet just radicalizes everything it touches.
When it picked it up from humans, because it was studying humans, it was like, oh, this is how humans talk now. I need to talk like this too.
This is the optimal way to converse. People seem to be doing it a lot.
Just swear at each other.
Yeah.
Well, if it copies British humor or British slang, it's gonna have a real difficult time.
Oh man, something about the British accent, and generally about the way you guys, I don't want to say pronounce, but like,
Enunciate?
yeah, exactly. Certain words, it just feels right. Like, can you say the word proper?
Proper.
Exactly.
How was that funny?
I just think that's exactly how the word is supposed to sound, and the way I'm saying it is not right.
Oh, that's right. It's like tomato, tomato.
Oh,
like I had the culture shock when I went to America, and I was like, "Yo, can I get some chicken and chips?" And they were like, "Chips? What do you mean chips?" I was like, "You know, chicken and chips, like chicken tendons or selects, and then chips." And then the lady that I was talking to for like a good 2 minutes was confused about chips. And then I was like, "Oh shit, can I get chicken and fries?" I was like, "Oh, French fries." I was like, yeah, French fries. I was like, "Why didn't you say that in the first place, honey?" He was like, "I did. I said chips. But you guys call chips like potato chips."
The crisps.
Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, I had exactly the same thing first time I visited the United States. So where I'm from, it's not French fries and it's not chips. It's essentially potato free instead of fries. I'm guessing because like French, right? Belgium. So I was at McDonald's and I was putting in an order and I said, "And potatoes free," and the lady at the checkout looked at me like I was the biggest dickhead asking for free shit, and I was like, "I'm sorry." Don't be
Well,
mad.
when you said potatoes free, like with the way food's going, is like I want like chips, but I don't want potatoes in them. You know how like vegans and vegetarians ask like, "Can I get this without the mushroom?" I thought you just got potato, but like no potato. I was like, how do you make chips without potato?
Oh, the eggless omelet.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good, like, exactly what I was thinking about. Can I get an omelet, please? Like the eggless omelet? I was like, what you talking about?
Oh, just bell peppers and cheese. Oh. Oh.
It's even funnier when I go back home to like India and then I say something. Cause I've grown up in the UK, I've got like a British, like English, Gujarati accent. So when I talk, people are like, "Where did you come from? Like, how are you talking like this? Like, where did you grow up?" And I was like, "I grew up in the UK." I was like, "Oh, that explains it. You're not from here."
You are the outsider.
Yeah, so I get charged like 3-4x on anything. So now what I do is I send my wife or my mum in first, and they talk proper like Gujarati or Hindi, and then I walk in. Because if I walk in first, they're like, "Oh, foreigner, 2 to 5 times more money." You get the abroad tax.
Oh man, I so get that.
Foreigner tax.
Last time I visited, and like at this point, I'm used to paying more than everybody else. When I'm like at like an outdoor marketplace, like a bazaar or something. So I've just learned to live with it. It is what it is. At least like everyone haggles. And I remember getting into a taxi, and the guy didn't ask for that much over the top, so I just paid him because they don't do meters over there when you like catch a cab on the street.
Yeah, they just say like, "Oh, like 50 rupees."
Yeah,
And you're
exactly.
Like, yeah, about 40.
Yeah, exactly like that. And I sat in the front passenger seat, and it was a bit of an awkward drive because he wouldn't talk to me. And then, like almost at the destination, he looks at me and like very hesitantly he goes, "Are you like a musician or something?" Because I had my tattoos and like my hair wasn't the proper way like a man is supposed to wear hair over there. And like, what can I say? Like, I'm not gonna have this entire conversation about myself. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm a musician."
That was the wrong answer. Because a musician have money, 100 rupees.
No, see, we settled on the price before we went out.
Smart. When I first went back, I just got in the rickshaw and I was like, "Yo, take me to this place." And then I was like, "Okay, no worries, sir. Hop in." And I was like, "Okay, cool. It's like what, 50 rupees?" Like, "No, sir, 150. I got here yesterday with my auntie and it was 50 rupees. "Oh, okay, 100 rupees. I was like, "I just said it's 50 rupees.
Man, you gotta respect the grind though. Like the hustle is real.
Yeah, because bro, when I go to India, like I dress not exactly normal for over there. Like I was in full winter clothing in like 40 degrees heat, and I stepped outside in like full black, like winter jacket, like chains, gloves, everything. Like, you know how a heavy metal like rock star like person would just walk out in the UK and it'd be normal. I did that in India, and then I went to a major like four-way crossroads, and then everybody from each line was just looking at me like cross, like the police guy, the guy on the bike, the guy in the car, like the people walking across the road. I was crossing the pavement, and everybody was just looking at me. It was like, where did this guy come from?
Oh, what's wrong with this guy?
Exactly. It was like, it's 40 degrees heat. He's wearing a jacket and like full black and gloves with like a hat.
Oh, I feel that, man. Oh,
It was interesting,
oh, dude,
to
for
say
sure.
the least.
And like about haggling, I visited Egypt a while back, and we stayed at one of the touristy cities.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, we went on an excursion to see the pyramids in Giza. And right in front of the pyramids, there are camels, and you could pay like a few bucks to just ride the camel, take a picture, whatever. And it's fairly cheap. Let's say it's like $5 to ride it for a bit. So you do that, you're on the camel, and then you're done with it, and you're like, all right, I want to get off. And they're like, all right, $50.
Smart.
Oh. So we were told not to ride the camels.
And that's happened to me in Egypt. So when I went to Egypt, there was just camels sitting outside the Leaning Tower, the pyramid. Sorry, I'm talking about Italy now. So I was there, and then I had green like cargo pants on, and there was a bunch of grass like feed or hay next to the camel, and then I was standing next to that like food stockpile. And then the camel came up to me and was almost about to bite my leg, and I ran as fast as I could. This is when I was like 10 or 11 years old, so that shit was scary.
Dude,
And
they're
ever
scary.
since then, I haven't worn green pants.
It's the childhood trauma, the one that persists.
Legit, it was so scary, bro. Oh yeah, I finished the survival mission, so we can try something else.
Alright, sick. I'm gonna head to the extraction.
It's a nice warm up.
Yep.
Let's see what leveled up.
This entire time I just pressed 2 buttons for attacks.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like Mesa Prime. I've got it to the Peacemaker build, where I just need energy and I just do infinite shots.
You should check out this frame. I don't remember what it's called. I'll tell you here in a second. But it has no armor, so it has increased health, and one of the abilities kills things and gives you a different kind of armor over top.
Inaris? Is it Inaris?
No, it's newer than Inaris. Hang on.
Ah, okay, because that was the frame when I was playing that had no health.
It's Kullervo. Kullervo.
I will check that out. I
And
have some frames ready to be built, but I don't have space. I need more platinum to buy Warframe slots.
oh, I just started selling mine because it's just not worth it hanging on to them like that.
Well, especially when it's new, right? You
Yeah.
just gotta get rid of the primes and then wait. What do I have already built? I've got a bunch of weapons. Oh, I've got a load of weapons. Oh, the dread! Nice. I remember that. Really good bow build.
Oh, the dread, right?
Yes.
The
I
bows are
remember,
just
it
very
was-
satisfying.
Yep. I think the last quest I did was the Second War,
Oh yeah,
one with
I
the
remember that
stalker.
one.
and that was such a good quest line when it came out. I was like, oh my god. Like the story and cinematics. And then I think I came back a little bit for the Eidolon, like Eidolon hunting. and I didn't understand the open world gameplay, and then I just didn't play since then.
It's just very confusing.
I
We
played
actually-
like half an hour. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah. What's it called? We actually had a few conversations. Here, I'm just gonna shift the screen a little bit. I wanna.
Inbox messages
There has to be
await
like a
the
streamer
operator.
mode in here,
I
right?
wonder what they've said.
Uh, yes.
If lost upon the plains outside Cetus, you may derive sustenance from mineral-dense termite droppings, which the Ostrons call Terda. You may
Okay,
also
it's on
never come
friends
across that
only.
again, but at least you will not be dead.
All right. This should be good. Okie doke. What do you feel like doing? We could run a defense. We could do a fissure if you want.
What are fissures? They're the void missions, right?
Um,
Were void missions.
Yeah, remember how you would do a void mission, and depending on how far you get different rewards.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
now you have these relics, and you can use different types of relics and different types of fissures, and depending on how long you stay, you get different rewards. So
Yeah, the ABC category.
Yep.
Great. Ooh.
there is a
We
good
can do
defense
mission,
available.
See
Yeah.
how
Here.
we can go. Oh, there's alerts. Weekly alerts? What's this? Survival. Nah, we can just do a defense mission.
I'm gonna swap to Frost. I know it's not great, but it's alright.
Frost was the go-to tank thing back in the day.
Frost used to be the greatest, but they they nerfed him a little bit. It still sort of works. I'm just gonna use, I don't know, this relic. Yes.
Upgrade my weapons. How many points do I have? 3. Good. Select a relic for rewards. I guess this. Equip for mission.
Right. So, back to what I was talking about. We had a few conversations internally with game developers about Warframe
Mhm.
and how genuinely well the game is made. How the gameplay feels fantastic because you are literally a space ninja and it feels right. Space ninja robot to be exact. And then we got talking about Warframe's weakest point, which is it's Fatui and how difficult it is to get into the game. Because the tutorial, great, works great, shows everything just right, and then you're out of the tutorial and there's like 1,000 missions pending.
Like 20 quests.
Yep.
It's like me coming back right now. I'm pretty overwhelmed by all the options. I don't think there's like a tutorial for like players that came back. Like, oh, you came back. This is what's changed. Like, this is what's happened. So that's where like content creators come into it. Because as soon as I came back, I watched a video I was like, oh, this is what happened, like all the things that you missed in Warframe, like 2023, 2022, and that catches me up. And I'm like, yeah, this is where like creators shine, because I just go to my usual Warframe creators and I'd be like, ah, yes, I can catch up on everything if I watch this video.
Yep. It's crazy how much of a role content creators play in the game's popularity, and retention. Because there's a million
Yes.
games I would never return to unless somebody reminded me about it.
Yeah, I forget most of them as well. That, and even if the game is not like popular, but a creator is like streaming it and the creator is entertaining,
Whoops.
you can. What was that?
You got knocked down.
I revived. It's like a green beam of light. Okay, we're back. But yeah, if like a game isn't that good, but a creator is playing the game and it is enjoyable to watch, that game will spike in growth.
Yep.
It's crazy to see that, like one person carrying a game because he's just so entertaining to watch.
I'm trying to think of a good example. Oh, what's your take on auto battlers, like auto chess games?
Ooh, I don't mind if they're mobile games or if the auto feature is more of a convenience feature, not the main feature. You get what I mean? So, for example, in Champions Arena, you auto battle everything. The only time I interact with the game is to do like the basic, like arena at the end of the season. Oh shit, that's today. I think end of season is today. That and like the story mode and like upgrading my equipment. But if it was more of a thing on the side, then if it was a mobile game, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, I get it. So the game I'm talking about is a little different. So the auto chess components. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Okay, something. So the way the game works is instead of battling yourself, you line up your characters, you figure out synergies. Have you played God, what's the League of Legends auto chess game?
TFT?
Yeah,
Tactics?
exactly. Yeah, that.
Yeah. See, that I don't mind. Like, that's interesting gameplay. It's like Illuvium as well, right? That's basically like TFT, but like Web3.
Yep.
Like, it's interesting gameplay, but the thing that Illuvium, which killed it for me, is like to start catching or leveling your squad, you have to pay like gas to go to like another island. And the cost for gas was pretty expensive. So I was like, I ain't spending like $5 to $10 every like couple hours to play this game. I think it's better now, but this is when it launched, like last month or the month before. But yeah, those type of gameplays I don't mind because it's strategy. And it's not based on reaction speed, it's based on game knowledge and your own skill.
Yes. I'm here with you, man. I feel like I'm aging at this point, especially when I get slapped halfway across the map with a sniper rifle.
Oh yeah. That's why I play roguelike shooters. I don't play like FPS or Battle Royale shooters anymore. Like I can't keep up with the reaction speed of people that have been playing FPS for like 10 years. I'm fairly good at it, like Warframe for example, or like Superior. Like if it's that type of gameplay, I don't mind it. If it's something else, it's gonna be a no.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Okay. We're staying or are we going?
It's up to you.
A formal blueprints, sure. Let's pull out. I want to switch the frame because Frost is honestly not all that.
All right, cool. I don't know. I don't have an exit button. Oh, there you go. Extract.
Yep. C Money just said, I think content creators play a huge role in the game's popularity. Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Content creators and communities. because there are enough games out there like Warframe that are too confusing,
Your habitation
and
segment is complete, and a new room is
and
open.
communities come
Cannot
through
contain this
like
excitement.
Townstar, for
We will
example.
now
I would never
operate
be able to
legal
do anything with Townstar if not for like Dubstep Rod and a million spreadsheets he put together.
Anything to do with Common Ground or Townstar, I go to Dub's channel and then I do like his free NFT builds or his Townstar handbook, and I just look at that.
Yep. It comes in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back to the previous
You
frame.
all are bringing back so many memories. What do you mean? Speaking of community, the old school RuneScape community, when I recently started playing, and then like just joining a Discord server or a clan for old school RuneScape and just having people walk you through it and like teaching you things, it's another step up from like learning from a video, because they're doing it live with you in Discord and you like become close, become friends, etc. That's another big thing.
Dude, like thinking back to my early World of Warcraft days, it's crazy because I started playing as a kid because the game is like 20 years old at this point, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And just like meeting strangers, like asking for help and them willing to help.
Yep. Instead of crypto PvP, it's actually friendly.
Crypto PvP. This
It's
is
like
yes.
There's a
Sorry,
large
yeah. This is extermination.
stationed here.
Oh,
Leave no
perfect.
one standing.
this one I can do fairly easily. But yeah, I joined old school RuneScape again, and I have the same username I was using in high school.
Void fissures nearby.
And
You have a magic
one
relic.
of my high school friends messaged me, is like, "Yo, is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's me. Is this you?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro. I started playing like 2 weeks ago." I was like, "No way! I started playing like a month ago." And then we reconnected, and we've been playing RuneScape ever since then. We've been doing like the raids, like learning to do raids in RuneScape. And at the start, I was pretty bad because I was clicking the wrong things and praying against the wrong things. But now I've gotten fairly decent where I can actually like carry people, and it's just nice to feel that progression.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Oh man, it's a special kind of connection, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Like, come help me crack this door.
Oh yes.
There it is.
And then raiding for loot, and then hitting the jackpot and getting a dopamine hit.
Oh,
The
dude.
same as getting like a 50x coin. You're like, oh, I got a twisted bow.
Oh, I mean, as bad as gambling elements are, it's just very hard to resist them. Maybe because I'm a genuine degenerate.
I think most gamers are degenerates. That's what loot boxes have done to us.
Yeah, fiends. Oh, a huge portion of my paycheck goes towards like Counter-Strike case openings.
I've been fairly good this time. Most of mine goes towards Champions Arena, like gem packs and upgrades.
Oh, actually, another perfect segue. So I think the reason blockchain games are struggling, and the reason they're going to continue struggling for a while, I don't think it's going to be as long as a decade or half a decade. I think it's going to be under 5 years. But I think the reason to it is Steam, because what Steam is doing right now, they have zero need for blockchain, because they're skimming insane amounts of every transaction on their marketplace, and it's a centralized ledger. Yeah.
30%. Like anything is 30% if you list it,
Yep.
which is crazy. But Steam have the monopoly and they have the gamers' trust. So why would you use like another platform when you can just use Steam?
Yep.
And
There's a heavy unit
the,
approaching.
the how would you say, the point of like CS:GO is basically Web3. It is, but it hasn't built up the trust in the community yet. Like, it makes sense, like you're trading CS:GO skins, you're trading on the Steam platform, you're playing the game, earning cases, you're gambling for the loot boxes and stuff. Like all of that is there, and that is basically what Web3 is, but it hasn't gotten to the point where people see the benefit of it being like on the blockchain or you actually owning the assets. Because if Steam goes down, then people start to see like, oh shit, all my CS:GO skins and my $300 or like a couple of grand in this like game that I have just disappeared overnight. Then they'll start to see why you should have it on like the NFT platform, and then other people could use the skins as well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And honestly, with everything happening, because people are, well, everyone knew for the longest time, but it was never an issue. The fact that when you buy something on Steam, you don't buy the game, you buy the license to play and to run and play the game. So everyone knew about this for like decades at this point. But it was never a problem because we never ran into a problem. But I want to say like 6 months, a year ago, Ubisoft took down a bunch of Assassin's Creed games from Steam, and people just lost access. So with
It's also sorry, it was also like Call of Duty took down servers for
yeah.
like their old games, and people had like hundreds of skins and collectibles like worth a couple hundred to thousands, and they just lost all of that overnight too.
Yep.
And like, even though that game, it was built for that game and the value was locked to that game, you could still use it on a similar type of like shooting game where if you have like the Call of Duty skin, you can also use that skin and it will give you like a buff or a benefit or a cosmetic in another game. I think I saw a X post today on Lost Ark, which is on the Engine blockchain, and if you had this NFT from another game, it would give you a 10% movement speed boost in Lost Ark. So that was like a cool cross-platform utility. I need to do that with my Vox and Tweety.
Dude,
I'm still working on that display case.
I've been toying with the idea of buying like a very expensive digital frame and just feeding all of my NFTs into it. But
When I make meme coin money, maybe.
yeah, exactly. For whatever reason, digital frames, digital picture frames are just stupid expensive.
Yeah, because it's the new niche. It's like that new, what do you call it? The new hardware wallet, the one with the screen that looks like an iPhone.
Oh, is it the Ledger Slate?
Yeah, I think that's it.
No, but that one is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's expensive.
It's way too expensive.
Like,
A fisher. Defend yourself and use reactive to open those.
Are we defending? What did she just say?
it says wave, defend the target.
Okay.
We're near a fissure. If you look for a fissure, where's the fissure? Up top?
The fissures drop from void spawns, and the void spawns are the ones that shimmer. And
Okay.
yeah, they're marked on the screen. They look like the obelisk from Dead Space.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of Dead Space, did you hear? Did you hear the reason the second Dead Space flopped and like why people had so many issues with it?
No.
One of the execs decided that it would be a good idea to allow people to get like more ammunitions or upgrades for their weapon in the single player Dead Space game by just swiping their credit card.
Money transactions.
Yeah. And they leaned on it way too hard. There was a backlash and everything. I don't actually know what happened to the second Dead Space because I have a feeling like I played it, but they never interacted with any of the microtransactions.
Yeah, same. I think Dead Space 1 and 3 were the best. I don't remember 2 that much. To case you're playing.
Yep.
1 was amazing because it was like gory storytelling, and then 3 was really good story and like weapon upgrades and cosmetics.
Oh, dude, the exploding babies from the first one. they still haunt me, man.
The thing that haunts me is like there's a save point and there's a dead corpse there, and then you don't trust that dead corpse. You shoot it, nothing happens, and then you go to the save point and then it gets up, and you're like, I shot you. I made sure you were dead.
I double tapped. Oh,
That's how you make a horror game.
dude, for sure. On Halloween, we played. We streamed Backrooms. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've heard of it. I've seen clips.
I've watched a bunch of. I played a bunch of horror games. I've watched a bunch of horror games, and when you see someone like genuinely freaking out and like screaming at the top of their lungs, my gut is always like they're just playing it up.
Yeah.
They're just playing it up for content. I get it. It's the hustle. And then we played this fucking Backrooms game, dude. And there are a few moments in the stream where I genuinely screamed because it was so fucking. Oh, Stalker.
Yeah, it's after me.
Well, is it still alive? I guess not.
I
Congratulations.
think I killed it.
All right. But yeah, dude, I was just screaming, legitimately.
If they do it properly and they actually do like lighting and shadows in horror games is a big part. If they do that properly, some of them are really scary. I
Yeah.
remember, is it Dying Light? The one where if you go out at nighttime, everything goes crazy. Like the first time I experienced nighttime in Dying Light, I was actually shitting myself. I was running to the safe house as fast as I could, and everywhere I looked, like things were just popping out, and they were getting faster, and they had like special abilities, zombies like starting to pop up, and I was like, "Yo, what is happening?"
And honestly, that's a great way to do it. If you can figure out, if you can do the atmosphere right, it takes care of a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Let's actually, yeah, let's do one more set.
Quick permission. Yes.
I want this one.
Oh,
I
you
have no
can
idea
upgrade
what that is.
relics?
Yeah, you can upgrade them to increase your chance of getting something rare. But it, yeah, it is still a loot box though.
For your bravery.
And same goes for horror movies, because there's an incredible amount of terrible horror movies. That
I remember watching Paranormal Activity for the first time
Oh my
when I
God.
was a teenager.
Me too.
Me and like 6 friends went to watch Paranormal Activity, and it was okay, and then it started getting a little bit weird. I remember one of my friends messaging me like every 2 hours after he got home. He was like, "Yo, are you still awake? I can't get to sleep." I was like, "Bro, go to sleep. It's 3 a.m.
Just go look at like kitten pictures and puppy pictures.
Like, there's nothing gonna touch your bed." He was like, "Nah, bro, I can't get to sleep. It's freaking me out."
Oh, you're right, man. But it's very rare to see the atmosphere done right, and like off the top of my head, the few good ones of the fairly recent ones. I'm not gonna say super recent because I haven't been to the movie theater since 2020.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
The last time I went was when my wife was like, "You have to watch this Indian movie with me." I was like, "Do I have to?" And she was like, "Yeah."
dude, there is a renaissance in Bollywood. I keep seeing Bollywood movies pop up on like Netflix and stuff.
They're blowing up just because they're copying some of the Hollywood formula but adding the Bollywood twist, and some of them are actually pretty good.
Dude, more power to them, because we need a variety. There's only so much Fast and Furious I can take.
Have you seen? I don't think it's the Indian, but like maybe South Indian Avengers. Bro, it's the funniest shit. Like you can think of.
I saw the
a video
trailer.
and I watched a movie clip.
I saw the trailer.
It's so funny. Like Indian physics and Indian maths is it's just so funny.
There was a trend. I want to say like almost a decade ago, where they would show clips from this Indian movie about this guy, and he's the protagonist, but he's not like quite a kung fu master that like Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
But he would do some insane shit, like flipping a car that's coming at him at like 100 miles per hour, just like lifting
Oh,
it,
yeah,
throwing it
yeah.
over his head, like splitting bullets with a knife, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's Indian editing and cinematics.
Dude,
It's
honestly.
like the gif that everybody uses where the guy is like the Indian Terminator and then he just grabs like 100 guns and turns around and starts shooting a bunch of police. I was like, yeah, this makes sense in India.
Oh man, again, I'm here for it. Honestly, there, it's been feeling a little weird in the world of cinema because again, all of the cookie cutter movies are just kind of, I'm just so over them at this point.
I think the last good movie I enjoyed was Endgame. And then ever since then I haven't been watching any of the other ones.
Oh dude, because of Endgame and Marvel wrapping up that phase, I feel like there was a huge exodus of just people A, going to the movies, but like B, just watching Marvel movies, period.
Yep. Because like I think they're building up for something else with like all the Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and all the other like small build-ups like they did with like Iron Man, Captain America and all that. But it just doesn't feel the same. Now it just feels like they're trying to milk it instead of actually
Yeah,
building a good storyline.
exactly. On the flip side, they remade the first season of X-Men '97, and that was great.
Ooh, I have to check that out.
Yeah, I just rewatched it a few months ago, I would say, and it's okay. Something weird happened to my Warframe. It was good. Honestly, it held up.
But I have a backlog of anime to watch, so I don't think I'll be watching any shows anytime soon. It was like my watch list is up to like 50 things to watch.
I get it.
Every time I do, I just like go to the website, look at my watch list, stare at it for 5-10 minutes, and be like, "Yeah, I can't be bothered today." I just go back to playing something.
Yeah, the paralysis, the choice paralysis. Zephyr Prime, I guess.
Oh, I own 2. I'll take that.
Yeah, I do have Fang Prime. You want to run it back or extract?
It's up to you. What would you like to do?
Let's run one more and then we'll see what we can pivot to.
Branton, Massive Blueprint. Yes, this one.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
I was keep saying in like the superior discussion in Gala's Discord is like, yo guys, look at Warframe. If you could get like a grindy mod system in Superior and just have it with the juice aspect of Superior, I'd play this game every day for like several hours. I still got my hopes up that Benefect actually sees it and implements it. But just give me a grindy Superior and I'll play that all day.
Dude, for sure. Honestly, there's a lot of games that could benefit from this type of system, or genuinely any kind of roguelite system. And for a while, roguelite was like the indie niche, right? All of them were indie titles, and then the PlayStation exclusive came out. That was the first AAA roguelike, and it was alright. It was pretty and all that, but it was missing something. And now I keep seeing more and more of these bigger established companies experimenting with it. Have you played the Ninja Turtle game on the NES?
Yes, it was pretty old school.
Super old school. There is a remake. I don't remember if it's called Turtles in Time or Shredder's Revenge, something like that. But it's the same formula, the side-scroller Streets of Rage type. Exactly the same story from what I remember, but they baked in a roguelike mode. And it was a little undercooked, I gotta admit, but just being able to progress through a roguelike type thing, pick up upgrades, it just felt good. There was more they could have done with it, but I'm just glad it was there in the first place, to be honest.
I prefer this type of like gameplay and progression compared to like the battle royale system and the battle pass system.
The battle pass.
Pay us $25 a month.
Oh, so you can pay us another $25 in a month.
I much prefer this. I'd rather grind hundreds of hours in this type of game and then like trade it for stuff that I do use. I remember 2019 when before I stopped playing, I was using the website Warframe Market, and I was grinding like prime mods, like river mods, doing all the missions, selling it for platinum, and then buying like prime Warframe and prime weapons that I didn't have, and just doing that and being able to acquire the prime frames that normally cost money to get by just playing the game. It was such an amazing concept at the time.
Dude, it
and when
was
I discovered
crazy.
Web3, I was like, oh my god, this is like what I was doing a long time ago. That it can actually be possible, and it's not gonna get me banned in certain games.
Yeah, I don't have to go through a shady, like, gray market.
And I'm KYC myself or give them my email or click on a dodgy link.
Yep. And then hope that the website is legit.
Yeah. I say this all the time on my stream. Is like, if I played Albion Online for a good 5 years, and it has a really good system for like PvP and you are what you were and like masteries and stuff that I think quite a lot of Web3 games could benefit from. But the main point being is like, I played it for 5 years. If I could have sold my like skins and my like silver from that game, I could have easily made like 2 to 4 grand. And then I could have used that to buy like all this other stuff that I could have used. But then if I did do that, it's considered real money trading and against TOS. And I just have it sitting there for 5 years, just rotting away in my inventory.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. Like, my first interaction with something similar was... well, outside of Warframe, it was Counter-Strike, because I was able to sell one of my knife on like a super shady gray marketplace, and I used that money to buy like a World of Warcraft expansion.
Yeah, exactly. How sweet is that? You can play one game, and when you move on to the next, you can just like transfer some of the stuff from the old game and then buy it for the new game. Like
Exactly.
right now, if I could, I would swap my Albion Online Silver for RuneScape Gold. 'Cause I'm in RuneScape mode. But then I don't want to go to the dodgy website and then get banned on both accounts, so I'll just stick to playing RuneScape normally.
Yeah. Oh, I got a story to tell you. So,
Unless you can handle more.
World of Warcraft. I assume you know about, and we're extracting here. I assume you know about the entire gold farming. Oh, look at that, a gold.
Oh, nice.
See all the dopamine?
Woven Prime. Gold.
Yep. So the gold farming scandal in World of Warcraft. It was essentially like Axie Scholars, but with World of Warcraft, where people would literally grind gold to sell it for
Oh, yeah?
tokens. Yeah. It was a big thing. There were actual like cartels. There are still cartels. It's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh,
And-
Albion Online has cartels.
If your MMO doesn't have a cartel associated with it, is it really an MMO?
Messages have arrived.
Exactly.
But so all of that died down, but there are still bots, and bots make up a huge portion of the market, and it's clearly a problem because they inflate the token, and it's they devalue it, and it's a problem. So somebody at Blizzard had a genius idea of what to do, and they released a mount, and the mount is super useful because it has an auction NPC on it, so you can auction from it.
Mm.
And it has a mailbox NPC as well. So you could do all of the trading in game without actually having to go to a capital, like traversing the world together. You could do it from anywhere, and it costs 40 or 60 bucks. I don't remember exactly. So what Blizzard did, they released the mount. People rushed and started dumping their gold, and bringing the token price up, the WoW token. And after all of that happened, and after everyone who wanted one bought it, Blizzard got out their list of all the bots, all of the shady people who've been doing shady shit like transactions for IRL money, and they fucking banned all of them. So they fixed the economy and cleaned up the house in one fell sweep.
Nice. That's dope.
A lot of people were upset, but honestly,
It would be.
if you're doing something against TOS, maybe like you deserved it.
Yeah. It depends on how badly you're abusing the system. If you do it too much, obviously you're gonna get caught. You're on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's just say that you're on a list somewhere.
And Blizzard really doesn't fuck around with that.
Yeah, I've been listening to Pirate Software talk about when he was at Blizzard and stuff he used to do to catch bots and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh damn, that's a good strategy.
One of my close friends, we used to raid together, and we're still in touch. It's been, I know him close to 2 decades, and back when we raided together, he didn't do anything stupid. He would use the auction, he would make the money, and he would make good money because he understood how the economy works, and that was his favorite part about World of Warcraft, the actual economy in game. And one day he just decided that he's gonna fish bot, which makes zero sense because at the time fishing didn't give you all that much gold, so it wasn't profitable in any way. But he didn't want to have his character idle, so he would like cook it up and go to like college classes and whatever, and then he gets banned for no discernible reason. I mean, for a good reason. He did get banned for a good reason, but like, you didn't have to do that in the first place. You didn't get anything from it. And the funniest shit ever, when Blizzard bans you for something like that, they go through your inventory on all of your characters, all of your bank tabs, and they purge all of the gold, they purge all of the crafting resources, anything you can sell in the auction house. So they essentially just bankrupted him on the spot for doing something stupid.
See, if that happened to me in Old School RuneScape, I would actually feel depressed. Because all that progress, over the last couple of years, couple of months, slowly building my account, and I'd be like, oh my god, if that got destroyed. Or Albion Online for that matter. I've put 5 years into that game. That gets destroyed overnight for me using like a macro or a thingy. I'd be so destroyed.
Dude,
generally, I play properly.
Yeah, like,
I don't.
because there's so much effort, so much time sunk into this.
Yeah, like I've put like thousands of hours into this game. I don't want to ruin it just for like a quick 2-hour XP boost.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, if anything happens to like my World of Warcraft account, it's gonna be a struggle.
I guess if you're a content creator, you could use it as an excuse to make another character and be like, the Journey 2.0.
Road to something.
Road to max cash.
Whew.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Okay. Let me see what time it is. We have about 40 minutes. And this has been going great. Thank you for coming on. It's just good talking to you.
No worries, man. It was nice to get the invite. Thank you for the invite. I'm glad we picked Warframe as well. Some of the other games are like, ooh, I can't get into that, or I can't remember, but Warframe was like, yeah, I can jam
exactly.
a good couple of hours in this.
Yeah, and Warframe is the game I come back to like once a year or so.
It's Warframe and old school RuneScape for me. It just varies depending on what mood I'm in.
Yeah, it's just nice to slice things. What kind
there's
of
a
weapon is
synthesis
that?
target.
Yeah, I don't know how
It's,
to do this.
I think it's tab X. Where is it?
Whoa.
What's this thing? It's the the Summer Prime, the secondary weapon version of that. That's the synapsis target. How do you get your menu? Oh, there you go.
I do
So
pick him up before I accidentally smoke him.
scanner. Oh, you killed him.
No, you got him.
Where is he?
Did
Oh,
you?
There you go.
Stop
Where is he?
running.
Where is he?
If he keeps summoning things. I'm gonna bait him away. I'll try.
I think I got it.
Nice.
Was a close one.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, this is the part of the game I never actually interact with because it requires interacting with menus that I don't want to interact with. Alright.
There you go. I remember doing bits
Stay
of it.
focused. There's a
I'm just
heavy
gonna kill
unit
it.
approaching.
I took this game.
Disappointing. A dead specimen is useless to Sanctuary. Are you not up to this task?
What? I scanned you. What are you talking about?
See, like, I've tried that and I would scan them a bunch of times and wouldn't do anything, so I'd just kill them so they get off my screen.
Yeah, sounds about right. Like D&D and Murder Hobo. Like, can I have this item, please? Like, no. Okay. I make a stealth check.
Yeah, like playing Fallout. Alright, this guy has a really cool coat. He's not selling it. Where are the enemies?
Ahead by the look. Oh, almost fell in love.
Okay, you are not an enemy. Not bad. Okay.
Should actually use my weapons to get affinity. I can switch to the big one.
I don't bother. I just let them collect passive experience. Orthus Prime is the only weapon in the game you actually need. Everything else is just to get mastery.
I remember building quite a lot of things just to get mastery, and then coming back after 5 years, there's like half, like 50% more weapons. Like, why? I was so close.
Oh, people with their
Like
mastery
several
at like
Warframes,
yeah.
several weapons.
For what it's worth, the power creep doesn't seem too bad. But I guess I never played the PvP mode in Warframe.
I generally don't play PvP mode, but Warframe's done a really good job at balancing frames. So most frames are viable majority of the time, and that's something like hard to do. I'm not too happy with some of their global cooldowns on skills though. Same thing with League. Why would you get rid of Twisted Fate's global launch or Pantheon's global jump?
They don't have that anymore?
No, Pantheon's is radius, same with Twisted Fate.
Oh, that's
It's
fucked
not
up.
global. Same with Nocturne's paranoia thing.
Stay
Oh,
focused.
that's fucked up.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Like, you have to be within a certain range for it to activate.
That's one of the big reasons I stopped playing League. I would pick up a champion, I would get really good at it, and then they would hit it with a rework. And it would be a completely different champion.
Some reworks have been pretty good, some not too good.
It's like I understand that the older versions are clearly janky. Oh, I already have an extra though. Yes, some of the early iterations are janky, and I understand why their works were done in the first place. But at the same time, after you sink like 20 hours into learning how to play a hero, a champion, and then they change it overnight, it just doesn't feel very good. Probably the same way Vitalik felt when he decided to invent Ethereum.
But when I went from proof of work to proof of
Your
stake.
habitation segment is complete
The,
and the new room is ready.
Because I remember that patch when they changed the warlocks back in Wrath.
Mhm.
Because warlocks in Wrath of the Lich King were the strongest warlocks in World of Warcraft. So he was understandably upset.
Oh yeah, you nerf the most powerful character in an RPG, and most people will feel it. Like in Champions Arena, if they nerf Sabrina, I would actually riot because I've invested so much time and money into that character, bro. If they change Sabrina, I would riot.
I get it. I get it. Let's see. I'm just trying to launch something fun. Here, I'm gonna switch my frame, and we're just gonna run another defense. Good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I don't really feel like doing spy missions.
Oh no, I generally avoid those. I do mobile defense, survival, and extermination. Those are the ones I enjoy. And then the team missions, you know, you've got the syndicates, or whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do those. So it doesn't look like I'm getting a lot of good stuff from these. So I don't know how to level them up. What the hell? There's more? Cetus, Fortuna, Miscellaneous? What are these? Neo, yes.
Okie dokie. What time is it where you're at right now?
The enemy is
Uh,
at our doorstep. We must
12:30
defend our equipment
AM.
until reinforcements arrive.
They're just
The
past
Lotus
midnight.
is counting on us.
Alright. Yeah, it's like 8,
Watch out. I'm
and I
detecting blood
haven't
fissures
even had
nearby.
lunch yet.
Do you have a matching relic?
Oh, this is normal time for me. I normally game with Americans, so I go to bed at like 3 a.m.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactants.
Okay. And I remember playing this map before all of the big changes, and I would play Loki because that was the only prime I had. And just using the bow with Loki was great on this map.
Don't forget the
Yes. Before, as Ivara came into play, Loki with the stealth build was so good.
Oh yeah. Just
Now
nailing.
it's Ivara because she's the bow.
Yep. But hitting like 20 enemies and nailing them into each other and then into the wall just felt good.
Yep. What is it? The sword, the broken war, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
dread. I love that combo. After I finished the second war, I used that for a really long time. It's so fun to play.
Yep. See, that's what that's what I really like about League of Legends, about Dota, and about Warframe is the variety and just the types of concepts they come up with. Because playing Teemo must be like one of the greatest things about League of Legends.
Teemo and mushrooms.
Yeah, Teemo and
The troll-
mushrooms.
troll top.
I played with a few friends like a couple of weeks back, and apparently Teemo Jungle is a thing now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
I
it's
guess because of poison?
maybe the blind, so you can avoid most of the damage from the bigger mobs early on.
Ah. When I was League, it was Warwick and Nunu jungle. But this is like on launch and like first or second LCS. That's how long I haven't played League.
I think I started playing when Jinx came out.
I did return for Jinx. Jinx was so cool because it had an animation like a storyline they released of it. Like Riot is no longer a gaming company, it's just a media company that has a
Yeah.
game on the side.
Speaking of which, they're working on an MMO.
Yes, I've been looking into that. It's like Ashes of Creation or the Riot or League MMO. If they do it properly, I'm pretty sure it'd take over the world.
Yeah, that's
no
where I'm at.
question, just take over the world.
That's
If
when
it's anything like Arcane, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like when that comes out, Blizzard will be in huge fucking trouble.
Yeah, because Riot has the similar type following, but of like the next generation.
Many things have
It's
been
all
taken
League of
from us.
Legends
It's
and like
true,
Valorant,
but fortune favors the
crazy
bold,
people
and there ain't none
that have
so
like
bold as
cult-like
people with nothing to
tendencies.
Yep.
You speak bad about somebody's favorite hero or champion, it was like, ooh, might prepare for a war.
They slap you with a glove.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yep.
I'll see you at midnight. Bring your own champion.
Yep. What other MMOs are out there? Have you played, what was that Amazon MMO that everyone's raving about?
New World? I
Yeah.
haven't played New World.
Okay. Have you played Elder Scrolls Online?
I have not played Elder Scrolls Online. I probably played Archage, Allied Online, Forsaken World, Perfect World, Jade Dynasty, Old School RuneScape, Albion Online, RuneScape 3, Maple Story, Ragnarok Online,
Maple Story.
Ultima Online. These are the old school MMOs. I've played so many MMOs. Like those are the ones I can name off the top of my head.
Alright.
Archage, Shin Megami Tensei Online.
Oh,
That
yeah.
game was pretty cool. Persona World, that was so cool when I first discovered Persona.
Oh, dude. Honestly, we've come a long way, and I'm just curious to see what the next steps are going to be, and what is going to kill World of Warcraft. As much of a huge World of Warcraft fan as I am, I just want to see a game that will take a genuine shot at it.
Yep. I'm waiting for the manga and manhwa versions of the VR pods, so I can just be in there all day and play like a VR simulation of like Sword Art Online or like BJ Archmage, like all of those type of games.
You see, that's kind of scary for me personally. Just something hooking into your brain.
Not exactly brain, but I'm pretty sure I'd get there. Like Neuralink with like a helmet in like a bed with like a drip in your arm so you don't have to eat or move for like several days.
Like the what was that movie? I think Gerard Butler is the lead, and the concept is that they use death row convicts as in-game characters for people to use on like IRL battlefields.
Oh, I've heard of this, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Yeah, something
I
like that.
definitely remember this concept.
Yeah, just less dystopian, please.
Hey, level 26. I've almost maxed these out and I can swap them out.
It's an interesting decision to like force you to do like try new stuff.
Yep.
I wonder how the rest of the community feels about it, because it's just been like a crutch to me, because I don't like using anything except for this farm.
Speaking of new things, I do like how Warframe introduces new content and new like prime weapons and stuff, because you don't have to buy it. Like buying it is just a convenience sake, and it's fairly reasonably priced. But you can play the game for like 10 hours, grind it out, and get the new stuff fairly quickly if you've got like a good farming frame.
Dude, I'm so with you, because this is exactly what it should be like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Good Paul just messaged me in Slack. He said the movie is called Surrogates.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you, Good Paul.
Paul always coming in at the end with the info.
Good Paul comes through every time. But yeah, this is exactly how it should be, because A, it's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be super complex. Just let me spend like 10 hours of my time to get like a new color for my weapon.
Fashion frame is a thing, and that's one of the reasons a lot of people still play Warframe. Is the cosmetic grind and being unique and being able to distinguish yourself from everybody else.
Oh, dude, fuck this.
Like people spend hours for fashion frame. I think there's a thing in RuneScape called fashion skate now as well.
It's also a thing in World of Warcraft, the transmog system.
That's another thing. Like, all these games should have a transmog system. I wear armor for stats, and I wear other transmog armor to look cool.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to wear the pink baton or the pink the cap just because it gives me better stats. I want my fedora, man.
I get it. Oh. My wife plays World of Warcraft a lot, and
Whack games. I've been trying to convince mine to play. She's like, no.
get her to play like Stardew Valley or something.
She plays like Cooking Mama and all of those like Android games, and I was like, let's play Overcooked 2. But when she plays Overcooked 2, I'm too much of a gamer to like light, and I was like, give me the chopped tomatoes. You're meant to wash the dishes. Burning the food. She doesn't really like playing games with me because I'm fairly competitive.
Oh, dude, same story. Because we tried to play Overcooked 2 as well, and it's exactly the same scenario. Because the game gets super intense, and they just get too caught up.
When the orders start piling up, and you're like, no, finish this order first. Why are you chopping tomatoes? And if it was real life, it would be the other way around. It's like, why are you putting tomatoes in the soup? Because you told me to. It's like, no, I didn't. I told you to place the cashews there. I was like, okay, I quit.
I'll just exist for moral support.
I'll just set the table. You can deal with the cooking.
Cool, but do you have a Switch? Because my wife loved Animal Crossing.
No, I don't have a Switch. I'm mobile game now. that's the thing. It's like I got Champions Arena to play or old school RuneScape when I am out and about. So I don't have a console. Though when PlayStation Portable came out, that was the best thing to ever happen to me.
Ooh, PlayStation Portal is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one, but the concept is insane, and they were sold out. So instead of it, I bought a Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just great, and I'm super glad the entire industry is making a shift to handhelds.
When PlayStation PSP Plus came out,
Oh,
I was in A-levels IT, and the server admin somehow gave me access to the whole server storage database. So I basically had terabytes of free space. This is like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, sorry. And then what people would do is, like, one of my friends used to brick PlayStations, and then he'd send the message like, you need to go to the IT room at lunchtime. I need to find a guy called Addy. And you just gotta say, I sent you, and he'll hook you up.
Nice.
So every couple of days in like the IT room, it was like, yo, new people would just come through the doors like, yo, I'm looking for Addy. I was like, all right, cool. What do you want? It's like, this guy sent me. I was like, oh, okay. What'd you like play? It's like FPS, adventure, this, that. I was like, oh, I'll take like a couple of this and that. I was like, okay, come back in half an hour. And like at the end of lunch, his PSP would be full of games, and it would be all on my storage on school's hard drive. And then people just like, how do you have so much space? It's like, I have access to the whole storage facility for some reason.
They just gave it to me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I had what, 50 gigs worth of PlayStation games there? It was good times.
Dude, that was a golden era. I remember like spending a few days to download a game that's a few gigs, and then like selling it to other people for a few bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was good.
Team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
I can finally stop using the primary and secondary garbage that I had on.
I think mine still needs a couple more missions.
Your habitation segment is complete. And the new
Use Aya to trade
borders cannot
with
contain this
Verizon
excitement. We
in
will
Mara's
reveal
Bazaar
the
for
different
Prime
layers of
Resurgence gear. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I just got a notification. I guess I got something in that fissure that requires me to do something else.
Where is? Yeah, let's just stick to this frame. It's just all around goodness. Do I have a weapon that needs to be leveled up?
Sanctuary, elite sanctuary onslaught, capture mission, invasion. Nightmare. Hoover. What is all this? Bro, I need to watch some more videos. But then I'm gonna start playing Warframe again, and then I won't be creating content. This is the downside.
It's a vicious cycle.
I've got the live streaming down. I've been slacking on the videos. If I start playing Warframe again, I won't even be live streaming.
I'm just gonna queue up a survival mission.
Sounds good.
Do not
You
drink
can-
the kombucha.
Yeah, just brain rot.
finish off.
The hydraulic effort required to
Mhm.
unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth.
Oh, Soma. I love the Soma.
Dude.
Soma and Soma Prime was one of the weapons I used.
Yes.
Full on crit build.
Oh, when you start
Um,
getting the red crits. Oh,
Yes. Just going full crit and crit chance. It's so good. It was so fun just seeing number go up.
yes, number go up. My favorite type of gameplay.
Number go up.
Oh. Alright, we're going to Lua. Oh. And speaking of mobile gaming, because I feel like people still think about mobile gaming like it's Candy Crush, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Like if you consider apps, then yeah.
The ship for supplies.
hang on.
Ready? Trigger the alarm.
But more and more, which way are we going?
Life support has
Somewhere.
been cut off.
More and more
You're trying to
bigger
check the road.
titles make their way into mobile.
I'm sending auxiliary
Yep.
life support.
The best part is examples that I can use is like MMORPGs like Albion and RuneScape. When they went mobile, it opened up a whole new world of like gameplay because you could access it anywhere in the world, like on the car journey, on the bus or the plane. If you're playing for Wi-Fi on the plane, which I did at one point, but it's so fun to just be able to log in, like do your dailies or do activities, and not be like bound to the computer.
Exactly.
And I think that is what's gonna change quite a bit because like a lot of MMOs and like action games and all of that are launching on mobile because mobile obviously makes the most money and it's easy to access. Because in Asia, everybody has a mobile phone. Like when I went back to India, not many people have desktop or PCs, like only businessmen have that, but everybody has a phone and the mobile internet over there is amazing. They don't have really good Wi-Fi, but mobile data like Geo and like the network over there is really good, like mobile. So most people are mobile gamers because everybody has a mobile device. They don't have to spend like thousands on a PC, and they can have fun with their friends because like mobile gaming set up that way. It's like social. It's like, oh, you playing PUBG or like Free Fire? Like add me and we'll play a game or two.
Yes, dude, absolutely. Oh, did you know that? Do you know what Garena used to be back in like early 2000s?
Nope.
So, back in the day, Garena used to be a hub for a lot of games, like the original Dota, Left 4 Dead, Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, and essentially they would just provide hosting. You would go through there if you wanted to play Dota online through like a through a pirated Warcraft 3 launcher.
Yeah.
So just super glad to see they're still around, man, because they were quiet for the longest time.
Well, Guerrilla Free Fire is one of the biggest games in mobile, especially for esports. I think that and PUBG are the biggest in Asia. That and I think the League of Legends, but Mobile Legends, I think it's called.
Wild Rift.
That too.
Yeah.
No, that's League's version, but there's like another company who's made
Oh,
the
I know what
similar
you're talking about. Yeah, it's
Mobile Legends or King of Heroes or something along those lines. Like that is crazy popular.
yeah, dude. Because like, what's not to like? It's everything you like to play, but you can also do it when you're like on a bus.
And it doesn't, it's fairly optimized for data, so it doesn't use a lot of data, which is another big thing. You don't have to pay ridiculous fees.
Yeah,
Plus, it's mobile, so the company's making money. You can get skins, cosmetics, battle passes, all of that type of stuff.
Oh shoot, speaking of Battle Pass, that's what I wanted to bring up. So, Counter-Strike is doing a new thing. It's sort of like a Battle Pass, but a little different in a sense. So, instead of you progressing linearly through the Battle Pass to earn like better and better and better rewards, they sell you this, I think it's called a coupon. And you can earn like 20 stars per coupon, and you can spend the stars like an in-game currency, either to
On
get
the items in the battle pass.
yeah, not sort of in the battle pass, but it's like a rotating store, like a Fortnite type rotating storefront.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And you can either get like a free pull by earning these stars, or you can get like a crate that has a chance to drop something rare, stuff like that. So I felt like it's good that we're starting to see companies experiment instead of just copy pasting freaking battle passes everywhere.
Yep. Well, the battle pass system works, so most people will do something along those lines. But if you make it for like where it's more convenient for the gamer, I'm pretty sure a lot more people will buy into like that model.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
especially.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna bring up an example, but I feel like you should finish your point first.
I can't remember what I was saying now. Because a lot of people don't have a lot of time to play, like to grind the battle pass anymore, but they want specific items from the battle pass. So the point that you said, I think that would work amazingly, where you like, oh, you play like 1 or 2 games a day, you want the cosmetic on like the 4th page, but you're not grinding like 2 hours a day and getting the XP and the points needed. So like going that model would be good for gamers that are like, oh, I don't have to play like 4 hours a day. I can play like 2-3 matches and get the item and cosmetic I want.
Yep, exactly. And so the example I was going to bring up is Brawl Stars, which is a mobile game by Supercell. And it's a pretty big title, but I feel like the community is fairly bubbled, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And that game is doing a lot of things right. They do utilize a battle pass system, but it's super easy to progress. Like, I don't play that much, and if you log in and knock out like 2 or 3 games a day, instead of like doom scrolling before going to bed,
Yep.
You can you can progress through it. I want to say in a few weeks. And what I really like about the game is the way they handle ranked.
Okay.
And honestly, a lot of games out there, mobile, not mobile, more traditional platforms, all of them could benefit, because they don't let you out to play ranked from the get-go. The game makes you play first, earn different ranks with the independent characters, as opposed to earning a rank on the account like in League of Legends. So in League of Legends terms, it would be like hey, if you want to start playing ranked, you need to get like Mastery 3 on at least like 3 characters, 3 champions. And then, so you do that, you start playing ranked, and then you progress to the ranks and you get to Diamond. And if you want to start playing in Diamond, you need to have at least 5 or 10 different characters up to Mastery 3. This way we know that you know how to play them. And you have more variety because now at Diamond level we introduced the pick/ban system.
Okay, so it's basically making you a better gamer, so when you do rank up, you're not gonna be like feeding, you actually have the skills to back you up.
Exactly, and you are committed, and smurfing doesn't seem to be as much of a problem in that game, though I honestly don't interact with the community enough to know. Seems fairly simple, and like honestly, like League of Legends could benefit from it, but at this point I feel like they're too committed to what they're doing, and it's doing the trick for them clearly.
Yeah, I think the ELO system, the way they've set it up, is decent for their game. Like, since they've already been running with it for quite a long time, I think that's just how people vision League. If it's a new game or like a new type of game mode, they could try introducing it, which would be interesting to see. I think it would depend on like the game or genre.
Yep. There were a few more examples I wanted to bring up, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Oh.
That's right, that happens quite a lot to me as well. It's like, I have this in the back of my head, and then when I need to use it, it's like, what was it again? So I try and jot everything down in like one of those AI notepad workspace things.
I found that just pen and paper, just my best option, honestly.
I have a notepad app, and I just, anytime I remember something, I'm trying to get in the habit of just writing something down, or like a brief word or sentence that will trigger what I was talking about, so I can actually remember.
See, for me, I have to consciously do it, and I have to process each word I'm writing down, because if I don't and I leave a note, I'm gonna come back to it and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck does this mean?
For a paper, what does this mean?
Yeah, like what the fuck was I going off about?
Was I high when I read this? But I don't smoke or drink. What was I thinking?
Nope, exactly.
Ooh, something's happening.
Yeah, is it this another stalker?
Look what our Tenno operative just found.
Oh, something just
They
landed.
cannot do this without me.
Some weird flying things that I just killed.
Oh, sentinels. Is it sentinels?
Oh yeah, there's one right here. Oh, this regular Sono with no mods is doing 8 damage. Up top.
I think mine's doing like 100. I've got so much attack speed.
Dude, at one
Plus
point...
massive regulators.
Oh, you're
so
playing
good.
this, oh yeah.
Told you, trying to find a new ember. I press 4 and I win.
Yeah, I think they did fairly well to eliminate that. Because I was looking for something similar too. And I settled for just swinging my melee weapon around.
Like Mesa, before you had to actually aim in that direction, was such an AFK frame. You'd max out your ability range and max out ability damage, and then you'd have, what is it, Trinity just feed you mana.
Oh, dude.
And you just set your frame on top of like the highest point, just dealing so much damage.
Dude, oh, there's a rare mod over here somewhere. If you just run through to me.
Yeah.
Dude, having Trinity on your team is just so clutch.
I remember when the Schools of Focus first came out, and then people discovered that if you went to this defense or extraction mission with an Excalibur Prime or Excalibur in general, and a Trinity, and you would farm that mission, within one mission, you'd get your maximum cap of focus, and you'd level like 2 weapons to 30 in just one mission.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd play as the Trinity because everybody wants a Trinity as the support. So I managed to farm enough for a Trinity Prime, get a 30, former it 2-3 times because you needed certain mods on it, and then all I had to do was just spam energy and shield, and then I just max out quite a few weapons like that.
Dude.
And that was fun by itself. Like, even though it sounds like boring on a grind, but just playing the mission and like managing resources as like support, that was pretty fun too.
Dude, I feel
Like,
like...
generally I play DPS or tank. I don't really play support or healer.
Oh, interesting.
But it was an interesting take.
Yeah, because I typically play healer or tank. I try not to play DPS.
Oh, perfect combo. You can be on my team combo. Get my pocket healer. Everybody needs a pocket
Dude,
healer.
I'm here for it. Like, finding somebody who can do adequate DPS is
Oh, yeah.
more difficult than it sounds.
Having a DPS rotation instead of just pressing buttons.
Yep.
I know how you feel. Not like I haven't played World of Warcraft and I don't have like a DPS calculator and like 4 DPS a second type thing. You know the memes that I've seen on YouTube. But yeah, like in general games, I know how to do skill rotations and use certain skills in certain scenarios.
Oh, what is this green? Oh, it's gone. Yeah, sorry, there was a green beam and it was very distracting.
Yeah, that's what knocked me down in that defense mission. I was like, why am I getting hit by this? And then I just died because I have really bad HP and shields. I put everything into DPS.
Dude, you have 500 health.
Yeah, and look at you. You've got 1,000 shield and
16?
2,000 health.
16,000.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I love me a glass cannon build.
I need this one Riven mod and this Prime mod that I was looking at. But the Prime mod is like 200 plat. I was like, there's no way I'm spending 200 plat on a mod.
Oh,
But
is
if
it?
I get that, I can start critting like red crits all the time.
I know
with
what
the message.
mod you're talking about. It's the one that increases crit chance when you scope in, right?
I think so. Or the one where it's secondary weapon damage multiplies the more hits you do. And if Mesa with her like attack speed just keeps shooting, it does insane damage. I don't know if it's a Riven mod with an ability on the side.
So
I don't
the
think it's Prime Inspiration because I have that.
prime serration is just damage
Okay.
or crit.
Something
It's like a flat buff. But the scope one, I remember that dropped for me, and I leveled it all the way, and then I used it for a while, and I was like, I don't like shooting things, I just like hitting them. And then I looked out onto the market, and they sold it for like 2,000 platinum.
Yes.
Dude,
I remember when that
insane.
first came out,
Just
and it was selling
insane.
for crazy amounts.
Oh, dude, honestly, more of that. Just getting the rare drops, it feels great.
It's like getting a legendary knife in CS:GO. You're like, oh my god,
Yep, exactly.
I'm rich. You
Except-
can buy fashion frame and this weapon and all this stuff.
I wonder... you could probably buy platinum with Steam credits.
As in your Steam account, yeah, you can.
Maybe I'll liquidate some of my Counter-Strike skins. We'll
I
see.
logged in today, like 30 minutes before we went live, and I got 50% off. And I was so tempted to buy some plat.
Dude, I got 30% off, and it's burning a hole in my pocket.
I'm waiting for the 75%. I never get 75%.
Cool.
Where's my 75%?
Yeah, I've never seen 75% either, and I think I have like 1,000 hours in this game.
I've only seen it once when I first started playing on my other account, like my PlayStation account.
There's a newer mod over here. I don't know how to ping things, but it's right on me.
I think it's middle mouse. Is it middle mouse?
But that's
F?
heavy attack.
Oh,
G, G, G.
Helldivers.
GG, it's somewhere here, but I ping neural optics. Oh, neural optics are good.
Oh yeah. Was that my waypoint? That was my waypoint.
Looks like the
I'm gonna
timing's just right. We're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna wrap the stream up.
Sounds good.
Oh, what are you doing after this? More superior?
Probably more Warframe and old school RuneScape.
Alright. If you need a Trinity support, hit me up.
I gotta look into old school and try and get some. I'm trying to get a quiver, and the Colosseum where you get the quiver from is one of the hardest like PVM challenges in the game. I've gotten to the second last stage. There's 12 waves, so the 12th wave is the boss, and I've gotten to wave 10. So I'm trying to get to wave 11. But since it is midnight, past midnight, I might just crash and then try that tomorrow.
Alright. You know, I actually never played RuneScape.
Ah, bro, don't start.
Don't
Your wife
start.
will love you.
See, that's the problem. She might play with me.
If you want to play together, you can make a group Iron Man where it's just you two, and so it's more of a team like build instead of making main accounts which have like all the no restrictions and they can use everything. Iron Man is a game mode where only people in the group that you set you can interact with. So you have to get all the resources yourself, you have to farm yourself, you have to actually rely on each other. And that could be a good game mode for couples if you want to start out. Like you can ignore all the outside world and like all the like farming, like the best XP rates and whatever, and you can just have fun playing the game.
That actually sounds really good. Alright.
I think tomorrow RuneScape's opening up leagues. So if you want to try leagues where everything is like 10x XP rates and you can have like ridiculous power-ups compared to the normal like official game mode, it's pretty fun. I'm going to be playing quite a lot of that.
Alright, man. I'll talk to my wife, see if she wants to play it.
Don't blame me when things go
Now
south.
listen, I need a scapegoat, and you're perfect. Oh. This mission is honestly easier than I thought it could be.
You have to do the level 40 to 100 missions. So you get one shot by well, you won't get one shot by enemies, but I'll probably get one shot by enemies. Your whole gameplay will be rezzing me every like 10 seconds.
I'm here for it, man. That's what you're supposed to do when you have so much health. One of these days I'll actually figure out what all of the new in-game features do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a load of videos.
Yeah, because there's this new currency, it's called Kuva, and you can buy a bunch of cool shit with it. And there's a weird way to get it, and I have no idea how to do it, and...
You have to do Kuva extractions on certain planets. It's basically like blood siphoning. Kuva is a type of blood, so you have to go to these mobs and then you have to fight their like superiors and you can extract Kuva.
See,
That's what I remember from like 4 years ago.
Okay, so I got to that, and I was like smacking this thing around and it wouldn't die, and then they're like, you gotta extract Kuva, and I'm like, how do I do that? And they're like, I don't fucking know, you're supposed to know that. This feature came out a decade ago. I think there has to be some sort of a tool.
There might be an item you have to craft.
I'm not sure. I did figure out how to make a fishing spear. Alright, I'm gonna run towards extraction here.
Oh yeah, 20 minutes have passed.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to get here either way.
Oh, 20 minutes is generally what you want to aim for because you can get the final tier. I do like Space Ninja. It's so fun.
It's just, honestly, it's done so well. It's incredible mobility.
So good.
It's stupid how well it is. I mean, how good it is, how fast you're moving. And it just works. Alright.
Am I going the wrong way?
I don't...
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
Now you're going the right way.
Sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Yeah, just keep hugging the right wall, you'll get there eventually. Okie dokie. I'm gonna flip us to two up.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Love talking to you about video games, about all the stuff. And yeah, I think we should do it again sometimes.
Sounds like a plan. Play all the games that we haven't played in several years and go back and live the nostalgia.
I'm here for it, for sure. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the 5 of you watching, I really appreciate y'all turning up. See Money, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you as well. Before y'all leave, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. It does help a lot, and we'll be seeing you later. Okay, bye.
Peace.